Welcome English 3 AP families to this digital open house. My name is Kim Gwizdala, and I want to take a moment to introduce you to myself, the course, and how you can best support your child this year. This is my 5th year here at Glenbard West. Before that, I taught in a number of different schools, and the major reason why I transitioned to this district was because I'm actually local. I live here within the community, and to be able to teach where you live is just so incredibly important to me. I'm also the head coach of forensics at the speech team here at Glenbard West. And so if your child is looking for a new activity to be involved in, one that's both competitive but also helps support and develop their communication skills, definitely encourage them to think about joining. We have our first informational meeting digitally on September 15th. In addition to a little bit about my background, my teaching philosophy is really what guides me through my teaching practices and the curriculum itself. So in my course, I focus on developing a growth mindset. That means that we encourage students to take risks, to continue to reflect and grow, no matter how long or how many attempts it may take. We recognize that every student moves at a different pace, but every student deserves the opportunity to grow. We promote critical thinking skills in this course, pushing students to apply those skills not just to the classroom, but to real world situations as well. So for example, that's why we use the New York Times Learning Network for students to engage with authentic audiences from across the country. We want to help students develop empathy skills for themselves, for their peers, for the world around them. We know that oftentimes conflicts in our society can come across because we're not taking the time to listen to the other side or perspective or person. So taking time to consider everyone's rhetorical situation, who they are, their values, who they're speaking to, and what's happening around is one way that we can break through those barriers. We want to help students continue to self-advocate and become responsible lifelong learners. And we know that that's hard right now, especially, but we're ready to help them along. And we also want to continue to elevate the critical thinking and communication skills, challenging students to go beyond the general surface level understanding of a text or an idea. In some ways, our course is designed around the AP exam. However, we push students to go much further than just a simple exam in May. We begin our work with rhetorical analysis, which is very new for some students, and it takes a while to get used to. But essentially, we break it down into focusing not just on what's being said, but how it's being said. We ask students to consider the ways in which the speaker is conveying his or her message. We have some key terms there, so talk to your students about what those might be. In terms of the class structure, we recognize both the challenges and opportunities of this type of block schedule. And so every week we provide students with a weekly snapshot of where we're headed, both in class and out of class. Every day, students are given a daily schedule so they know the blocks and the moves, and they're guaranteed a break in between. And then on Wednesday, we have a unique opportunity to not just focus on AP language, but to promote experiences that are department-wide. So we spend some time on Wednesdays dedicating ourselves to independent reading, encouraging students to explore beyond the curriculum, and engaging students in one-on-one teacher-student independent reading conferences. We also participate in department-wide activities that are designed to help students explore English in new forms and facets. So for example, our very first one was to share a 6-word story. And this week's, we're examining our food stories. What food is central to your culture or your experience? So definitely ask your child about that. In terms of feedback and support, our class is set up with the traditional 20-80, 20% for formative, 80% for summative. And we really designed it that way so that students are encouraged to take risks and to try and to get feedback in order to grow before the big assessments. Our assessments come in the forms of extended writing and revision practices. We recognize that this is a unique year with its own challenges and opportunities. We are doing everything possible to make sure that students are supported in this journey. I explained to students on the very first day that our motto is to approach all things this year with equal parts flexibility, adaptability, hope, and grace. And so to conclude, some ways that you can help out your child this year would be to continue to promote self-advocacy, asking them how they're doing in terms of their workload, making sure that they're keeping up with their syllabus. Be that supportive pair of ears when they have something that they've written before they publish or before they submit, so that you can help them engage in that writing process on a different level. Talk about the class readings with them. Anything that we've read or explored, like this week's Jason Reynolds graduation speech. Have that conversation and share what you noticed in the reading. And then, of course, keep in touch with me if there are any issues or concerns or even things that you want to celebrate. I am all ears. Email and using the Remind app are the best, quickest ways to get a hold of me, but certainly you can call as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and to review the materials. If you ever need anything, please reach out to me, and I'm looking forward to a wonderful year with your child. Thank you.